Welcome, it's your boy Marrico.
Million Mo Easy.
Very special guest here today.
My good man.
Biohazard. What's going on, fam?
Biohazard.
You coming through.
Blue Spade, Full Trade.
Yes, sir.
Top Dog Hill, Mob Music. All in all shitting on people. Appreciate y'all having me, man. I know y'all only bring hitters through here.
We try.
So, you know, it's good that you brought me through. It's good that you brought me through, though. You know what I mean?
Last time I seen you was up at the Eddie Kane show spitting balls.
Man, what? And I got the footage.
Which we will be checking out before I leave here. But for sure, gotta show mad love to Eddie Kane. That's my man. That's my uncle. You know what I mean? Always putting on for the independent artists, giving people a chance and a platform.
So do you pride yourself as being like one of those dudes who like spits bars and freestyles and enter ciphers like any chance you can?
Yes and no. Yes, in the sense of I do now pride myself on ciphers and freestyling and everything like that, just because it was a random platform that Eddie had given me, you know, through our relationship that we had, and you know, I just came through and got high every week and bodied it like I do. But you know, more so it's just the bars is what I take pride in, like even if they written, even if they whatever, which they usually are not for the Eddie Kane show.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you don't have to be good at freestyling to drop bars. Some people can't freestyle, but they could write dope. You know what I mean? So that's what I like to focus on. That's the era I grew up in. Those are the people that I kind of idolize musically, as people who, you know, they make you be like, oh shit, like they make you think something when you hear it, as opposed to what the fuck did he just say, which is what new rappers make you think.
So your era was like the the early 90s, 2000s? Or?
Yeah, the mid 90s to the 2000s.
You think you're in your 30s, right?
I'm 30.
You're 30?
Well, I'm about to be 30.
Sweet.
Okay. About to be 30. I counted as 30. I felt 30 for a long time. But yeah, the mid 90s to the early 2000s, I came in with like Big Pun is still my favorite artist to this day.
Wow.
Like, yeah, you can't tell me nothing. Big Pun was shitting on everybody.
Right.
Especially, actually, I liked him before I was fat, but then I got fat later on, and I was just like, oh, you gotta love Pun. Ain't no motherfucker was flyer and fatter than Pun. Like 600 pounds pulling bitches getting money. Like, you had to love it.
So how long you been doing this music thing? Cause I've seen you on this scene since I was about 13 or 14. You know what I'm saying? You probably didn't know who the fuck I was. But I seen you came up in the Top Dog camp.
Yep.
You know, and I got a question. You know, y'all still banging. I mean, it was like a little thing back in the day where y'all was, you know.
Well, get it straight off the top. It wasn't a little thing back in the day. It was the biggest thing back in the day.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? And we you know, we still do what we do, but we grown now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we not 19, 20,
it seems
21,
like you don't go as hard, but it seems like you still represent, you know, Blue Spade. I catch the subliminals.
Right. I mean, you know, I got my flag on right now. I know probably anybody watching this interview, but I ain't never seen Bio with that much red on, but you know,
and that's one thing that caught me off guard. He came in here like
I'm a OG though, bro. You know what I mean? And I've been banging a while. Everybody who knows me knows what I do, knows what my people about. Can't tell me shit. I wear all red. You can't tell me I'm not Crip.
Right.
You know what I mean? But as far as the it might seem like we don't go as hard. I promise you, we go every bit as hard. We just go a lot smarter.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. No. I wasn't saying it like that. I was saying.
I get what you were
saying.
It. But they don't know what you were saying. So I'm telling them, like, we still go the same, but we just smart with it. You know, a lot of people had kids. You know what I mean? A lot of people went to prison. You know what I mean?
This is real interesting to me. Like, what got you into that whole lifestyle, and you know, and like, what made you go that route?
I met them. Well, the first Top Dog I ever met was Mo Better.
Okay.
Who don't even bang.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So definitely big shout out to Mo Better. That's my brother, man. But it was actually it was like an organized bus trip to New York. There was one or two people. One of my homies was doing a showcase at Club Pyramid in New York City, and he asked me to do hype for him. This was like I hadn't even dropped my first song in rapping yet, and he was like, come do hype for him. I was like, shit, cool, sound good to me.
Right.
And Mo Better was on the bus, and we was all freestyling beforehand, and you know, I did what I did, and you know, Mo and me was tight after that, because you know, Mo appreciates lyrics above all else. So then we did another one of those exact same trips at the same place that Infa and Cyrus were participating in. So that was my first encounter with them. And I had just came back from like being on the Eastern Shore for a few years, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing. I was like, yo, these motherfuckers is on it, because Top Dog was 40 deep on there, and you know, you never know what's gonna happen with cell phones ringing on the basement. But they was like 40 deep, flagged up, and you know what I'm saying? I was just like, yo, these motherfuckers is on their shit.
And they bout that shit.
They bout that shit. Like, we went in and we owned the club in New York. Like, we were in New York, in Manhattan, and it was our club, like, from DC. That's how deep they was. And from that moment on, I was just like, I fuck with these dudes, they on their shit. And we kept seeing each other at, you know, various open mics and functions and shit. And then the label that I was with back then, I was hosting a weekly showcase in Georgetown, and we had booked them for a couple shows to come out, and then it just kind of carried from there, you know what I mean? It's kind of like bikers, like you got to be a hang around first.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, people got to see you consistently and get to know you. And then, you know, a lot of people who I had considered close to me and whatever at the time, it kind of fucked me over, turned their back on me or whatever. And it just took all the fucks for me to give away. So I was like, fuck it, whatever you need, like, I'm with it. Like, I've done taken charges with cats before I even had my flag and kept my mouth shut. So I pretty much came in with stripes.
Code and did your thing. Right. So speaking of bikers, you guys are tatted the fuck up. You know what I mean? Y'all do the tattoo thing.
Yeah, you know that.
So are y'all still on Georgia Avenue? I heard y'all moved.
No, the Georgia Avenue shop's not there anymore. You know, they had branched out and had a couple of locations. They got one in Baltimore.
Okay.
You know, and I think they got one out in Cap Heights right now. I mean, you know, to be, you know, you know, to be perfectly honest with that side of it, the Top Dog side of it, I'm kind of cooling. You know, those are always gonna be my peoples. I'm always gonna be pawed up. I'm always gonna be a dog. But you know, grown men don't always see eye to eye. You know what I mean? So they kind of Top Dog doing their thing. I'm doing my thing.
So it's kind of like a separate entity, like Blue Spade and
Blue Spade and Top Dog is two different things for sure.
Okay.
Top Dog is Top Dog. Top Dog is Infrared's thing.
Okay.
And you know, his people, and Blue Spade is mine and Cyrus's thing, and our people, and you know, Fortray is our little side of the bandana swag. So that's my thing, and I'm just focusing on us. You know what I mean? They're focusing on them. It's cool. It's all love. Whatever. They just had a little get together, but you know, everybody got kids. They can't grind like we want to together. I can't grind with my man who got 6 kids to feed the same as I can with my man who is just me and him out here. Like, we could just pick up and roll whenever, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much where it's at with that right now. But you need your ink game stepped up, man. You know I'm the one to holler at. Just get at me.
For sure. Alright, so off to that into the music. So what's going on with your music now? Like, I haven't really heard anything from you. I heard the tracks that you know that you
you know
lately.
You know, man, I really play them streets, bro. Like, I you know, me and Cyrus had our deal with Cheeks and with Mob Music and everything. We did our touring, dropped some projects. You know, got some royalty checks, made some moves.
You said with Cheeks? Who's Cheeks?
Mr. Cheeks.
Mr. Cheeks.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mr. Cheeks of the Lost Boys. Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, bipartisan through him with Universal Records for a while there. But you know, I really play them streets, man. And I got a family. Like, I don't have kids, but I got a family.
Right.
Pops got sick. You know, a couple other things cracked off. You know, I was with a chick, and then she had some problems. You know, I'm not one to turn my back on nobody because you're going through something. Even if I don't like what you're going through, I'm gonna do everything I can to pull you out if I can. You know what I mean? So pretty much my loyalty done put my music to the side for quite a while. And then, you know, the investors wasn't there, and you know, I'm paying for cancer treatments for people and other shit. I had to empty in my pockets, bro, and I just ain't had it. And I'm not the one to expect no studios, no engineers, no cameramen, no one to work for free. I'm not that person. If you good, you get paid for your shit, period. And if I ain't got it, I ain't gonna do it. I'm not looking for no handouts or nothing, you know what I mean? If someone offer it to me, I'm Jew, so I'm gonna take you up on your offer. Don't speak lightly to me like.
Are you really a Jew?
Correct, I'm really a Jew.
Okay.
I'm really a Jew. This is just fashion, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? No, I mean really, I'm not anything, but I was raised Jewish.
Okay.
I don't do the religion thing. I do the spirituality thing.
I can definitely get that.
You know what I mean? I don't need anybody with a agenda telling me how I need to have a relationship with God. I'm good on that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know, if you offer it to me, you want to do some work on the cuff, then cool, I'll work with you. That's fine, but I'm not looking for it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Not looking for it at all.
Okay,
so.
cool. Well, we'll get back into your music in a little bit right after this.
And we back, DMV The Basement once again. Million Mo Easy,
Marico,
Biohazard in the building.
We really did take a break too. For those of you who just see it come right back or whatever, we really did take a break. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
The future's over here, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
The future of the legacy. Ready?
time for segments of the week.
Segments of the week!
Yeah.
Segments of the week right here with Biohazard. He's actually going to take over the whole segments of the week, and he doesn't even know it yet.
I didn't know it.
Of course you didn't know. You weren't supposed to know
There
it.
you
So,
go.
segments of the week this week. You're going to tell me who deserves Artist of the Week in the DMV right now.
Who deserve Artist of the Week in the DMV right now?
Yes, sir.
I don't really know who's been making moves this week. You know what? Just off the strength of I know my man just dropped the project and I know I fuck with Dude Tough, I'm going to go ahead and give it to my man Jet Riley.
Yes, he already had it.
Yeah,
Jet has had it,
I'm
but
gonna give it to my man. That's my man, 100 grand, man. Like real life. He's a real dude. You know what I mean? He don't fake. He ain't out here trying to be something he ain't. You know exactly who he is. You know exactly what kind of music he want to make, and that's what he do. And I definitely support everything he's doing.
Shout out Jet Riley again. You know, Artist of the Week right here on DMV The Basement. You know when the stamp starts, you're doing something right. Producer of the Week. So we know you've been doing this for a long time. I'm pretty sure you done worked with many producers. So who actually would you give Producer of the Week to from the DMV area?
Well, again, I don't know if he necessarily made any like crazy moves this week to be Producer of the Week, but I see my man doing stuff all the time, and I know he always got that fire. My man Joey Sosa.
Okay.
If you don't know Joey Sosa beats, go check him out. You know, that's my man. I met up with him a few times. He sent me some fire. He always got something good cooking up. So Joey Sosa.
Stamp right here by Biohazard. Segments of the week. So let's get back into the music. You know, we gotta touch on that a little bit more. You sent us 3 tracks. Are those 3 tracks going on the project soon? Or?
Yeah, they'll all be on the project. I just sent you 3 of my more recent stuff because you know, like my getting in the booth time is a little random in between. So you know, it might be a month or 2. You know what I mean, between track, couple months, sometimes even 6 months between tracks. You know what I mean? So shout out to man hitting the camo crawl. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But yeah, you know, those are 3 of my more recent tracks. So I just wanted to kind of let y'all know because you know, it's different. You can hear someone freestyle and drop bars and be like, all right, yeah, he's dope, but I don't know his music.
Right.
You know what
I definitely, my first time hearing you was freestyle.
Right, and that's most people's experience with me because that's just what I do.
So, I mean, earlier you referred to yourself as an old bitter rapper, right?
Yeah.
So do you feel as though, I mean, you're not old, you know, to be real, but
right.
Do you feel as though the music scene in DC is going in the direction where it's supposed to be?
Man, that's a tough question. You know, I'm glad to see people getting on because you know you're seeing cases of more DC artists able to get on, one way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
or DMV artists, not DC artists, but DMV artists. And so I'm all for that because I want the eyes to be over here. I want people to take this area seriously. But at the same time, there's a whole lot of garbage. A whole lot of garbage. More so than most places, you know what I mean? Because it seems to be allowed and popular out here, you know what I mean? Like, in New York, you're not gonna just come out and be bammed out and motherfuckers is gonna hold you down. Like, they gonna clown you, you know what I mean? It's a little different in the South, like in Atlanta. But, you know, it's tough to call. The game is tough to call.
So I mean, so you're basically saying like the younger generation, they really don't have no structure with their music. They're just
a lot of them don't. Some of them do. I mean, I'm not, clearly nothing is ever 100%. There's young cats out there making good music. Okay. They do exist. Mm-hmm. But I feel like for every younger artist or every artist in general who's making good music, there's 100 who are making shitty music.
Right.
The game is so saturated because it's so easy and accessible now.
Right.
You can get everything you need and put it in your house and just do the shit. It didn't used to be that way. That's why you had to have talent, because companies had to put thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars behind you to even start something.
Right.
But it's not that anymore. You could do everything you need from home without any huge, ridiculous investment. And because of that, the game is oversaturated with shitty artists who making music just because they think it's the next way out.
Why do you feel like now the DMV is starting to get some looks as far as in the music industry?
I mean, people got connections, and there's plenty of real cats out in DC. So every big name that's in the music industry come through DC and want DC money. And when big names come through, they're gonna try to link up with people who are real in the area, or a clique that they feel like they'll be good to be around, you know what I mean, gonna hold them down while they in town. So there's plenty of those people. There's plenty of cats who go hard in DC. There's no shortage of that. Don't make no mistake about that. So I think a lot of that leads to, oh, this is my man's, or oh, I rap, or something like that, and then it just kind of snowballs into that. Like the homie Young Mo, he got signed with Kevin Gates, like, what is it, Breadwinners Association?
Yeah. I never knew that.
Young Mo is with Breadwinner. A lot of people don't really know that because he's not dumb flashy about it,
right.
But he is, you know what I mean? And I know a couple people that the connection happened to, but he's also Muslim, and so is Kevin Gates. So then that's how that one,
right, okay.
Probably helped,
cool.
accelerate the situation. Young Mo is dope too, by the way.
Yeah.
Young Mo is dope.
He always show love too. That's one thing I love about him.
Yeah, I met him a couple times, and he's a real dude. But I actually fuck with his music, and I hate everybody's music. So, you know what I mean? He's probably one of the best examples of a good... If I had to pick one artist from DC right now who I'll say is just the best overall artist right now, who's on the way up, I would say Young Mo.
That's sweet. So, like... You said eventually you're gonna drop a project. I know it's probably a lot of things going on in your personal life that's preventing you, like you said, to even do this. Do you think it'll be anytime soon? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I'll guarantee something before 2017.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Before the year turns to 2017, there'll be a Biohazard project that will be available.
What's your expectations for it?
I was like, yeah, what lane are you gonna put this project in?
I mean, if I had to give myself a lane, and I'm not trying to give myself highest praises, but the people who like Fabulous and Jadakiss and people like that are the people who appreciate my music. Because those are my rap idols. That's who I fuck with.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't help but kind of take a little bit from that. And I've had people say I rap like Jada, which is a giant compliment. You know what I mean? Because he's one of the dopest MCs ever. And Fab, like, just consistent, consistent forever.
Not only consistent, it's timeless.
I mean? Right. Like, you can always put on any age Fab and it's good to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he might not have been the most, downloaded or popular or whatever at any given time, but that man never fell off, and he's been on since the 90s.
Right.
Same with Jada. You know what I mean? Like, that's the lane I'm going for. You know what I mean? I don't care if I make 20 million, 30 million. That'd be cool. But
damn cool.
But for real, I just want to make good music, the music I want to make, and live. That's
Do you feel like you'll live comfortably off of music with just the not necessarily being the top artist?
Yeah, I mean, plenty of people live. Man, I don't look at Young MC. That man made one song ever, and he still gets checks and still gets paid to do shows off of it. You know what I mean? So it all depends on how you want to twerk your situation.
Right.
But yeah, like I can live comfortably and live my life off making the music I want to make. It's just a matter of getting the material together and getting the right push and getting the right squad behind it. Like, Blue Spade is my squad, but we all grown men, and then all my homies got kids and shit. So I'm not asking you to put no money up on this project, you know what I mean? So it's just me. It's a lot of money when you by yourself, you know what I mean? And I ain't selling crack no more, so
So being a young OG in the game,
right.
What advice would you give to younger artists or up and coming artists that are trying to make their way into this DMV hip hop scene? What not to do and what to do?
Well, to me, the most important thing is don't compromise what you want to do. If you want to do something, just do it. However you need to make, whatever you need to do to make it happen, do it. Don't change your music up because this is what's popular now. Don't do any of that crap. Don't sell out. You know what I mean? Because it might pay off now, but then when it switch up and this Young Thug type shit ain't popular no more, what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? You pigeonholed yourself into one area.
Right.
But if you was doing what you was doing the whole time, it'll flux. Just like Fab. Like sometimes like, oh, he sold 5 million records, and then he seemed to have gone away for a while, but that man had a show every week for $30,000, you know what I mean? Right. Just because he dropped one song every now and then of floating in between and just doing whatever he wanted to do. So don't compromise yourself, don't compromise your music for anybody. Secondly, put your team together correctly, man. Get your circle together. You gotta have good people around you. Anybody who said they came and did this shit by themselves is lying to you.
Thank you. Amen.
They're fucking lying. There's not enough hours in the goddamn day to do everything you need to do to really make any kind of mark in this shit by yourself. You know what I mean? It's hard enough, and I had a squad of people pushing correctly, and it was like 12 of us, and it was a fucking pain in the ass. You know what I mean?
People are saying that social media is making this shit so much easier for people now.
I mean, it is, but at the same time, like I said, it's oversaturation. So yeah, it's easier, but okay, so you're just in a different echelon. Okay, you've got 30,000, Instagram followers and whatever, and you got 30,000 YouTube subscribers and whatever. All right, cool. Well, there's 10,000 cats out there who have that same shit who are trying to get on too. So. You know what I mean? What makes you stand out from them? Oh, nothing? Okay, well, you're going to have a tough time. You might could still make a living off it, but you're not going to make the mark that you're trying to make. People go into it with unrealistic expectations, too. Like, not everybody going to be a millionaire off this shit. Most people aren't. Most people won't even be able to live off this shit or ever say it was anything more than a hobby. You know what I mean? I've actually lived portions of my life where the only money I made was music money. Can you say that? You know what I mean? If not, then you ain't done as much as me. Now, I'm not the motherfucking end-all be-all for it, but I've seen a lot. I've done a lot more than most people, especially in this area, will ever hope to do. And I don't say that as a braggadocious thing. I say that as I try to put youngsters on the game all the time, especially ones that I see them grinding and I see them doing the same shit I was doing 5-6 years ago. If someone who got a name out here pull you up to the side and try to tell you something, shit, just hear what they gotta say. Really hear it. You know what I mean? Good inspiration and information could come at any time. You never know. So don't be closed-minded and think you you too good to improve or too good to try something new. Because I'm an arrogant asshole. I know I'm dope. You know what I mean?
Still listen.
I know I can spit, but when certain people talk to me, I listen to what they got to say.
Yes.
Well, certain people I shoo the fuck away because I don't know what the fuck they talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, my big homies and the people who I respect and people who I see making moves, I listen because they know something I don't.
Word up.
We
Well,
appreciate the knowledge.
yes.
Big homie.
Appreciate you coming through.
I appreciate y'all having me, man. I've been watching this for a while, you know, so
We appreciate that,
definitely good to be in the motherfucking basement, yeah.
Yeah, and we appreciate the viewers for watching. We appreciate the haters,
Yeah, that's it.
the movers and shakers of the DMV.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Now we tuning out.
DMV The Basement signing out. Biohazard special guest.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.